Having a quick snack before we start on the window trim today.
You rinsed them, right?
Yeah.
I wonder how many bugs I eat whenever I go out and just eat them straight off the plant.
Probably a lot.
Because I see ants all the time. Or.
Well, I like blow on them a little, but it probably doesn't do much.
Really? That was a good one too.
The next morning, we had hoped to continue working on the siding, but the constant on and off rain forced us to change our plans. Instead, we decided to work on some things inside the new addition. We wanted to extend the rafters to help us increase our R value a little bit, and we also wanted to begin installing our lighting.
Okay, so I got all my rafter extensions cut, and the reason why I'm doing this is just to put more insulation in the roof. When we initially built this overhang, it was intended to be a deck, and there was not going to be any insulation at all. But now that this is an enclosed space, that's only a cavity of 5.5 inches, so that wouldn't be nearly enough to even get close to code. So that's why I'm dropping the ceiling down just a little bit so I can put another 1.5 inches of insulation up there in the ceiling. So it'll roughly be 1.5 inches to 2 inches of spray foam, and then the rest of the cavity will be filled with most likely mineral wool, so rock wool. But yeah, so let me get to installing these.
Last night we were able to get all of the extension pieces for the rafters installed, and we're gonna be having 4 recessed lights out here, so we got 2 of those light housings put up there. Still have 2 more to go, but it's been really nice outside today, so we're gonna try to take advantage of that and work on getting this siding up out there, which we already have all the hardy trim installed around the windows and the door, so we're all good to go. So hopefully this weather holds out for us.
I'm always looking for that light in the shadow. Always been wandering through darkness. I'm always listening for a sound to follow, waiting for something to begin. Waiting for something to begin. I miss the mountains and I miss the oceans. Yeah, I miss the city and you. 'Cause I'm tired of this
The siding's looking really good so far. We have the first 4 boards up, and Spencer did take the laser level out a couple nights ago and made his marks on here so we could make sure that these boards would be lined up with the center section, because yeah, that would definitely drive us nuts if it wasn't all nice and uniform. We did just try to double check it, but it's just too sunny right now, so we're gonna have to double check it whenever the sun goes down. So fingers crossed it all looks good. Yes, we know that this is an addition, but something that's really important to us is we want it to look all cohesive. We want it to look like it was an original part of the house. I mean, I know you guys know it isn't, but we don't want it to look like it doesn't belong. We want it to look like it all goes together. So that's why we're trying to make sure that those details all match up.
I'll keep on dreaming until I remember you and what you look like from up above. I'll keep on dreaming, I'll keep on dreaming. I miss the mountains, I miss the ocean, I miss the city and you. But I keep on waiting, waiting for something, somewhere to start.
It looks so different.
That's what I'm going for.
And we did get the laser level out last night and double checked to make sure everything was lined up, and it is perfect. The first side of the addition is almost done. It was a little slow to get started yesterday. And the reason why is because we went to go start and we realized that the hardy board pieces that we bought were the wrong size. We bought, I think the pieces were roughly 6 1/4 inches tall, and we needed the bigger ones that are 8 1/4 inches. So we had to go to the store, return all those boards, and if you've ever dealt with those hardy board pieces before, they're kind of a pain in the butt to move around. So I don't know how these things even happen anymore. I feel like we double check everything and we still make these kinds of mistakes. Oh no! You put a nail in the end? What'd you do now?
Forgot the flashing in between this joint. And for anybody new here, the reason why we do this flashing in between the hardy siding where they butt up against each other is because whenever it rains onto the siding, rain can get in between these, in the crack, or water can get in between the cracks. And instead of being stuck back there and whatnot, the flashing actually overlaps the other hardy siding. So any water that does happen to make it in between hits this flashing and then rolls on out back on top of the exterior of the hardy siding instead of behind it.
Any excuse to flash. You know what this makes me think of?
What's that?
Have you ever heard of him?
Who's him?
You don't even know who he is, do you?
Who's who?
The off-grid flasher. Some say he haunts these woods and sleeps with the wild hogs. He strikes when you least expect it. He's what nightmares are made of. But he's probably not real.
Who are you talking about?
The off-grid flasher. I've heard about him. You haven't seen him on the news? is it?
The off-grid flasher.
The who?
The off-grid flasher.
Oh my god!
I can't believe it's just hanging out right there. Do we have any carrots? What shall we name her?
We don't get too attached. But we'll call her Phoebe.
We're not gonna get too attached, but I've just decided that her name will be Phoebe. It's a nice change of pace because lately, the only animals that we've been seeing here, besides the cows, are raccoons. I don't know what's happening. Like, I'll put the camera out all the time, and I'm expecting to see hogs, coyotes, or deer, and each time all I get is a raccoon.
A curious raccoon.
So it's nice to see something different. Bye, Phoebe. What's today?
The 4th of July.
We're very excited because we have never done fireworks together, and we're going to do them today for the first time ever.
The 3 of us.
Yeah. Spencer, what is that you have in your hand?
I lit a cigarette.
What's that accent?
I thought I was done.
Wait, is it done?
Yeah.